Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
And I'm Maureen Akers. Welcome, Gary.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely glad to have you. We have a question this week, Gary. What do I need to do to be compensated if my identity was stolen from AT&T?
And another good viewer question because it's been in the news. And by the way, I'm going to plug something real quick before we get to this.
Okay.
I try and cover news on my social media stuff. So we do on TikTok and Instagram, I like to talk about news items that come up from a legal perspective and maybe how it affects you. So anyway, follow us, Law Office of Gary Bruce, Instagram, TikTok, and I'd love your feedback on some of these things. It's a little more interactive.
Yeah.
But all right, so AT&T, it's in the news, and I predicted on social media there would be multiple class actions, and it didn't take long before multiple class actions were filed. So how do you know who you join up with, or do you just do your own case? And the problem is damages, and that's why class actions exist, because the damages are probably minuscule, right? I mean, what actual damages do you have? You don't even know if your name was stolen yet. If you had an AT&T account, you probably got stolen, but it's probably been stolen before from somewhere else. I don't know how you calculate those damages. I'm not sure, but there are some statutory damages. You might get $100. Like a HIPAA violation is a $100 violation. That's not worth pursuing, you know, but as a group, in a class, it might be. So I guess what you're going to have to do is wait. There's all these firms that normally in Chicago and New York who file these things, and then they get filtered out by the courts, and eventually you get invited to participate, and you might get 35 cents. I mean, the whole thing has really turned into a mess because the corporation likes it more than the plaintiff, than the injured party, because they get to erase all their liability with a small check, paying the lawyers, and then distributing a little bit of money. I mean, I'm not against class actions, but they've been misused, I think, in large part.
Okay, so follow up on that then. Are they still as common as they used to be? I feel like we used to hear about them more often.
You used to get a little card in the mail all the time or some junk, you know, and I don't think they're as common as they used to be. What we see advertising for on a mass scale are these torts, these, you know, like the Camp Lejeune or that kind of thing, but those are not class actions. Those are completely different animals we can talk about another time. But you're probably going to get something in the mail, so we might as well sign it and send it back.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Gary. We'll see you on the next Legal Break.